okay? Here, take this. This is junk mail. Hey, you're new in this profession. You've got to start at the bottom. I was born at the bottom.
Remember when sitcoms used to just erase people? Like one week you're watching your favorite family, and by the next, a sibling has vanished into the sitcom void. No goodbye episode, no tearful farewell, not even a quick, oh, she went to college. Nope, just poof, gone. If you blinked, you missed them. And if you asked too many questions, the laugh track just kept rolling. Today, we're counting down 10 sitcom characters who were quietly written out of existence. From forgotten sisters to mysteriously absent best friends, these characters disappeared without explanation, and we're still wondering where they went. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more retro TV deep dives, and share this with someone who still wonders what happened to Judy Winslow. Trust me, it helps us reach more TV fans just like you. Now, let's start the countdown of vanished sitcom souls. Number 10, Judy Winslow, Family Matters. We have to start with the queen of sitcom vanishings, Judy Winslow. She was the youngest Winslow daughter, and for 4 seasons, she was right there, eating breakfast, rolling her eyes at Steve Urkel, being an actual family member. And then, season 5 hits, and Judy goes upstairs and never comes back down. Literally, she walks up those famous sitcom stairs and vanishes into the multiverse. No explanation, no she went to boarding school, no she's living with Aunt Rachel. The writers just hit delete and hoped nobody noticed. Spoiler alert, everybody noticed. Even stranger, the show ran for 9 seasons, so there were 5 years of Winslow family life where nobody said her name again, not once. She was the original sitcom ghost. Number 9. Chuck Cunningham, Happy Days. Speaking of vanished siblings, let's talk about the Cunningham family's older brother, Chuck. Yes, Richie had a brother, a whole extra Cunningham kid. In season 1 of Happy Days, Chuck is around, shooting hoops in the backyard and being the cool older brother. But by season 2, gone. The basketball disappears with him. And just like Judy Winslow, he was never mentioned again. In fact, Chuck Cunningham's disappearance became such a classic sitcom trope that TV Tropes literally calls this phenomenon Chuck Cunningham syndrome. That's right, he didn't just vanish, he became the poster child for TV erasures. If you're gonna disappear, might as well become a legend doing it. Number 8, Tina Pinciotti, That 70s Show. Now this one hurts because it was so quick. Remember Tina Pinciotti? Don't worry, neither did the writers. She was Donna's little sister who appeared exactly once in season 1 of That 70s Show. She showed up, had some lines, and then never again. Not even a passing mention. It's like she got grounded in 1976 and is still upstairs in her room. Fans like to joke that she was abducted by aliens, which honestly would have fit perfectly with the show's whole circle vibe. Number 7, Cindy Snow from Three's Company. Okay, let's talk about one of the most blink and you miss it roommates in sitcom history, Cindy Snow from Three's Company. After Suzanne Summers left the show, producers brought in Cindy as Chrissy's clumsy cousin. She was sweet, bubbly, and had a habit of tripping over absolutely nothing. Basically, she was Chrissy 2.0, now with extra pratfalls. For one season, Cindy shared the apartment with Jack and Janet. She had storylines, romantic mishaps, and enough physical comedy to qualify for hazard pay. And then, season 6 happened. Entered Terry Alden, smart, confident, a nurse. Suddenly, the show had a new blonde roommate, and Cindy? Gone. No moving truck, no teary goodbye, no I'm heading back to Fresno. She just evaporated like spilled milk on a hot sitcom stove. The wild part, the show didn't even bother with the transition. One week Cindy's there, next week Terry's unpacking. It's like the lease agreement had an expiration date we weren't allowed to read. Poor Cindy didn't even get the dignity of a dramatic exit. She just slipped on one final banana peel and fell straight into the sitcom void. Number 6. Judy's cousin Richie, Family Matters again. Yes, Family Matters makes the list twice. This show loved disappearing acts. Meet Richie Crawford, the adorable little cousin played by a very young Bryton James. He was introduced when Aunt Rachel moved in during the early seasons. Richie was practically a mini main character, hanging out with Urkel, saying cute stuff, and being the heart of the family. Then, later seasons happened. Aunt Rachel quietly disappeared and Richie with her. By season 9, it's like the kid never existed. Did the Winslows have some kind of upstairs vortex we don't know about? First Judy, now Richie? Somebody check that staircase. Number 5. 7. Married with Children. 7. Quite possibly the most unwanted addition to a sitcom ever. In season 7 of Married with Children, the writers decided the Bundys needed a new cute kid, so they introduced 7, a random cousin dumped on the family. Audiences hated him, and I mean hated. By mid-season, 7 just vanished without explanation. No adoption, no return to his parents, no running away. He was just gone. The only trace of his existence was a missing child poster stuck on the Bundys' fridge in one episode, which honestly might be the darkest sitcom joke ever. Number 4. Kathy Sims, The Office. Now, let's talk about one of the quietest disappearances in modern sitcom history, Kathy Sims from The Office. Kathy was introduced in season 8 as Pam's maternity leave replacement, smart, confident, and very obviously there to cause trouble. The show even built an entire Florida storyline around her trying to seduce Jim. There was tension, there were awkward hotel scenes. It felt like a major shakeup was coming. And then, nothing. After the Florida arc, Kathy comes back to Scranton and basically fades into the background. No goodbye, no transfer, no "I got a new job." She just stops appearing. For a character who nearly disrupted the show's central marriage, she exits with the dramatic weight of a missing stapler. One minute she's a plot device, the next minute she's a memory, and Dunder Mifflin just keeps printing paper like she was never there. Number 3. Mr. Turner, Boy Meets World. If you grew up watching Boy Meets World, you probably remember Mr. Turner as the cool teacher. Leather jacket, motorcycle, actually listened to his students. He wasn't just a faculty member, he was a mentor, a surrogate parent, and a major emotional anchor for Sean during some heavy storylines. Then he gets into a serious motorcycle accident. It's dramatic, it's emotional, there's hospital tension. You fully expect long-term consequences. Instead, after that storyline wraps, Mr. Turner gradually stops appearing. By the next season, he's essentially gone. Other teachers rotate in, the school setting shifts, and the man who once carried some of the show's biggest emotional arcs is barely referenced again. He doesn't get a send-off episode. He just sort of fades as the show pivots toward college and lighter storylines. Years later, fans were still asking what happened to him, which tells you everything. When a character helps shape your childhood and then quietly disappears, that's not just a casting change, that's emotional whiplash. Number 2. Sarah Spooner, the King of Queens. Early in The King of Queens, Carrie Heffernan has a sister named Sarah Spooner. She appears in multiple season 1 episodes. She's quirky, she lives with Carrie and Doug for a bit, she's clearly positioned as part of the extended family dynamic, and then season 2 arrives, and Sarah is simply not there anymore. Carrie goes from having a sister to being treated like an only child. Family gatherings continue, storylines continue. Nobody ever casually mentions, "Oh yeah, Sarah's doing fine." It's as if the Spooner family tree was quietly pruned between seasons. What makes this one so strange is how integrated she initially was. She wasn't a background coworker or a one-off neighbor. She lived in the house. She had dialogue. She had purpose. Then the show streamlined its cast, and Sarah became a memory the script refused to acknowledge. In sitcom math, one sister minus one season equals 0 explanation. Number 1. Mark Brendanawicz, Parks and Recreation. In season 1 of Parks and Recreation, Mark Brendanawicz is a main character. He's the city planner. He has history with Leslie. He dates Anne. He's positioned as part of the core group. At the end of season 2, he leaves his government job for the private sector. And that's it. What makes this one stand out isn't the exit, it's what happens after. The show runs for 5 more seasons and almost never mentions him again. Anne moves on, the parks department moves on. Even during reunions and flash-forwards, Mark is nowhere to be found. For someone who helped shape the early identity of the show, he's barely acknowledged once he's gone. In a town as eccentric as Pawnee, the most normal guy ended up being the easiest to forget. And there you have it, 10 sitcom characters who were quietly written out of existence. Which disappearance shocked you the most? Did we miss your favorite forgotten character? Drop it in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more.